Shoulders are the most important muscle for building an aesthetic physique that gives you the respect and admiration of the people around you. In this video, you're going to get my exact system for going to get big shoulders is in 3 steps. This is a 3-step roadmap to add mass to your shoulders. Number one is controlled calorie surplus. Number two is focusing on the 20% of lifts that actually matter. And number three is increasing your frequency of training. Do you ever notice how in a t-shirt your shoulders slope inwards like this instead of stretching the fabric? You see in the photo on the left that t-shirt is tenting around my arms, it's pushing out because my shoulders weren't wide enough to actually fill out the shirt. For a lot of South Asian guys, that skinny fat build that you have means that those t-shirts tent over your arms rather than pop how they are in the jumper on the right. So you end up having a weaker look. A thicker upper body fixes these issues. You can see on the photo on the right how you're filling out that jumper a lot better and just looking a lot better presented in clothes in general. This is step number one. This is having a consistent calorie surplus. You train hard, but your shoulders never pop because you're literally just not eating enough. The framework to go through this is eating a 10 to 15% calorie surplus. So you're eating more calories than normal. If, let's say, a normal day you're eating 2,500 calories, you're going to increase that by a bit. You're going to increase that up to 2,800 or 2,700, and you keep increasing until you're gaining weight at a rate of 0.25 kilograms a week. The foods that you want to eat is you want to end up eating around 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram. In pounds will be zero point 0.7, and you want to eat a moderate amount of carbs and some healthy fats as well. And the whole point of this is you want to eat to focus on gaining weight. The reason you gain weight is to get stronger. We're going to talk about getting stronger in the next point. But you need to gain weight. The mass on your shoulders is not going to come out of nowhere. The mass on your shoulders needs to be built by you gaining weight and getting heavier. So you can track your calories either on paper or with an app. On the right, you see a massive log of food. So I'm personally way more consistent with paper, so I prefer tracking my foods on paper. But I've tried both. I've tried tracking on MyFitnessPal and I've tried tracking on paper. I'm definitely more consistent on paper. So that's something for you to think about. Number two is focusing on the lifts that actually matter and how you're going to progress in them. We probably know by now that the important lift for shoulders is something that targets the side delts because that's what makes you look wider. And one of the best ways is target the side delts. That's accessible to everyone. You don't need any fancy machines. It's just doing lateral raises. But if you're doing the same 10 to 12 reps every week, that's why you're going to end up plateauing. You can see on the right, on the photo to the right, how much stronger I've gotten on lateral raises. And that pretty much perfectly tracks to how much wider my shoulders are getting. November 2024, 5 kg lateral raises, 3 sets of 8, compared to now, May 2025, almost tripled the weight I can do with good form, 12.5 kg, 3 sets of 8. So the way you want to go about this, the framework that you're using is you're going to start out with the weight that you can do for 3 sets of 5. You might think that's too low, just stick with it. 3 sets of 5, you're going to add 1 rep every session. So you might think that progress is coming very slow, but I'll address this in the next point. You're adding 1 rep per session. So you're going from 3 sets of 5 all the way up to 15. The reason I'm adding 15 is your shoulders get strong at a much slower rate than everything else. Your lateral delts, especially, it's a tiny muscle. You need to find the smallest ways to overload it. So when you hit 3 sets of 15, bump the weight up by whatever the smallest increment at your gym is. Some gyms it's 1 kg, some gyms it's 2.5 kg, some gyms it's 5 kg. Whatever the smallest increment is, you increase it by that amount. But this progressive overload, this keeps your side delts fresh and it adds some tension and it makes sure your delts literally spread wider. Step number 3 is your training frequency. If you're only doing 1 shoulder day a week, there's a lot that you're missing out on. The deadlifts need volume and there's no rule against hitting them 4+ times a week if you recover. Maybe more than 5 times would be excessive, but you can definitely hit them 2, 3, 4 times a week, no problems. The framework you're going to go about this is having 4 mini sessions a week. When I say mini session, I mean that your side delts, in particular, literally specifically just your side delts, are getting stimulated. How? 2 heavy push days. If you're doing, me personally, I'm doing a split, which is a push, pull, legs, upper, lower. It's a 5 day split. I've cut down from 6 because I need to play football 3 days a week and it gets tiring having to go to the gym and play football on the same day. So I'm training down to 5 days a week now. So on Monday I do push, on Tuesday I do pull, on Wednesday I do legs, on Thursday I do upper, which is just push plus pull combined, and on Thursday I just do legs again. I mean Friday I do legs again. So for me, if I have 4 mini sessions a week, on 2 of my upper body sessions, so on my push and my upper days, I do like lateral raises with all my upper body stuff. And on 2 of the other days, so maybe on my pull day when I'm doing back and biceps, I'll just add a set of lateral raises. Or if I'm doing legs, I'll just add a set of lateral raises. It's not going to impact your recovery in the slightest. If you do care about recovery, I've tried all the recovery habits. I've tried taking warm showers, cold showers, foam rolling, stretching. I've tried all these things. The things I can tell you for sure, which will make a biggest difference, is eating in a surplus, sleeping 8+ hours, and not training 2 days a week if you're like really sore, if your shoulder's about to fall off or something. So training frequently with smart stimulations increases how much growth stimulus you're going to get, and your friends are literally going to notice you getting wider. If you needed help with any of this, I do offer paid coaching that you can access to the link in my description. Send me a DM and I will literally help you out one-on-one and guarantee you that you're going to get massive shoulders and aesthetic physique. If you somehow don't, then I will literally give you all your money back and keep working with you for free until you do. Let's recap. Number 1 is eating in a surplus. Number 2 is how you train. So 3 sets of 5, going from 3 sets of 5 all the way up to 15, and that's your progression lateral raises. And number 3 is just train your shoulders more, honestly. There's nothing wrong with going up to 3, 4+ days a week. That's your formula for increasing your shoulders in just 4 weeks.